when you got dreams closer than a match, and plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They took it to 10. Hey.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch up. Shift. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mahomes now on first down. He finds McCoy. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ingram. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check. Crunch.
Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Fresno. Hey, 57 colors. 48 Mike. Silver's high.
Mahomes now to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
You got it.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
For Mike. Check back. Mike, 48. Watch the curls.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got him in, complete, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Darren Lee leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. These RPOs are all part of the new Baltimore offensive scheme. They changed coordinators in the offseason, and the thought was to utilize more run-pass options to take advantage of the versatile skill set of Lamar Jackson. Remember, they revamped things last year midseason when Jackson became the starter and then did more of a full overhaul after the coaching change this summer. But Jackson will tell you that kept he and his offensive mates busy trying to learn, adjust, and implement. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down. 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
I can't believe they even let you play. Rush in.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. He was looking for Watkins that time. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Ready? Right. Check. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
43, 15. Check, 48's the mic. Check, 48's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Watch the screen. Pass. Easy.
1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Yellow, you better be afraid of me. You're afraid of me. Check 4, check 4. Check your hot read. Switch.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A 19-yard attempt.
And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Jackson. And shedding through the tackle. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A first-half update now from Philadelphia. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey.
Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down now. It's Williams. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, come on. It's a party now. Bravo. 51's the mic, boy. 51.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. And the Patriots are out to an early lead there over the Jets. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Check 26, check 26. Go, go.
Here's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Yellow, yellow.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Easy.
Out.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. Check. Not a whoop. 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Shit. Squeeze. Shit.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Safety's creeping.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On second and a yard, Hill escaping the pressure right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Here we go. Here we go. It's a throw. Hey, come on now. Come on now. Hold it. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. Roberts got it. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll come out in the pistol. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Running right, this is Ingram. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This is third and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Check safety, check safety. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll look to run with Ingram. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens get a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback. And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink. And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again? They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch it. Switch it. Kill. Check 43. Quick dance. Come. Save. 15. Kill.
They'll run it with Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Yellow. Come on, Eddie. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Alert flare. Check 52. He's crashing.
Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a 1st down, and he got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Yellow. 180. Attack. Hey, 43, 15. Attack.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play.
Ready? Everyone got 4 down. 83's me.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Being chased out left. He uncorks it for Snead. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, look at...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by Patrick Unrussell. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
He wasn't ready.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Go! Let's go!
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Hey, exit.
On first down, they run again with Ware. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
On 2nd down, it's Ware. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Chiefs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.